How's it going, everybody? My name is Absoulem and welcome back. This is part 8 of my full platinum walkthrough for Hollow Knight. Today's chapter we're pressing into the ancient basin where we will give away our life savings. Immediately after that, fight 2 boss fights, and if we're lucky, we'll become a big old butterfly where we can flap our wings all over the world collecting all the items that we haven't been able to get. So it's going to be a fun chapter, but fair warning, it will be a lot more difficult than our previous ones, so prepare yourselves, and it's going to be okay because we have each other. Oh, isn't that special? But anyways, here's the foreshadowing quote for today, which is that very few people know what they want. I mean, most people don't even know what they want when they throw a pity in a fountain, or in our case, all of our geos. So what are we waiting for? Let's load up the save file and I'll see you guys in game. All right, everybody, it's time to begin a brand new chapter. We left off here at King's Station, as you can see. Our first order of business is to equip the Grimchild charm. I'm going to take off Longnail and put the Grimchild on. Feel free to do whichever ones you guys prefer at this point. Or you can just copy me, either way. But we're heading out from the bench, and we're going to go to the spike path to the left. We have been here before, but we haven't actually continued this path. So it's just here to the left. Oh, lovely. Got a journal entry. The more the merrier is what I always say. You guys know it, I always say that. Alright, so head down to the left here, and we're just going to drop all the way down. Also, if you were to die in this next, this flame fight here, this will be your run back every time. So try not to die. Otherwise, you have to do this over and over. So, yeah, I guess just don't die. Now, before we spawn in that guy, we are going to drop here with the Crystal Heart. And pick up the Wanderer Journal. And now we can fight the flame. So, we want to trigger the flame. Whoops. We want to trigger it, and then we're gonna run back to the entrance of the room because it's a flat area to fight, but also if we die, our soul will be closer to the exit than like on a big platform. Kind of unfortunate that he teleported right where I needed to go. Just come over in this general area and just take it slow. Don't rush anything. Try to get him with a couple of those. Gotcha. I sure wish Grim could do something. Alright, one more here. I bet this is it. Yep. So, kind of sold it there a little bit, but, you know, you get the point. Just take it slow, learn his attacks, and, you know, try to just get a hit when you can, but don't feel like you have to attack him every single time. Buddy, that was just embarrassing. Look, I've done dumb stuff too, but that was sad. Like, this is presumably that bug's, like, home base. He probably patrols this platform all day long, just waiting for somebody to come along. Only to run off the edge himself? Like, guy, it's okay. It's okay. Alright, so collect the geos. I saw a funny short the other day. It was like the difference between Hollow Knight and Silksong, with like Hornets over here in, like, you know, the Citadel just hamming it up with everybody, playing Flea Festival games. You know, people were trying to kiss her. The bosses are all just like kind of, you know, colorful and fun and all that. And then it cuts to Hollow Knight and it's just like, it's always raining, it's dark, everybody hates you. It's like we're just all depressed here. It's like a very different thing. I never really thought about the, like, stark difference of the world, but I thought it was funny. The way that they edited it was cool. So shout out to whoever that person was. But yeah, it's definitely a different world. To me, this area feels like the Blasted Steppes a little bit. All right, so activate the tram with our tram pass we picked up in the last chapter, I believe. And this is a safe area. It's a fast travel from area to area. There's always a bench here. So first and foremost, let's take off Grim and put our long nail back on. Bye. And then the way this works is you can go left or right by entering the inspect thing there. And we don't have the map to actually see what we're looking at. But once you do, you would, from where our character is to the left and right, you'll see like little checkpoints that you can stop at. So you'll know which way you want to go on the map. But basically it goes from Kingdom's Edge to Deep Nest. That's kind of the route it goes. So that's how that works. We're going to hold off from going down below just yet. We're going to head over to the left here and drop on this side. With a new kind of enemy. It's kind of a small version of the Brooding Moloch that we fought in, I don't even remember what chapter it was. Maybe 4 or 5. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Actually, I should go that way. All right. What's up, Mr. Grub? You could do that now or later. It doesn't, like, you can get on your way in or out of this place. That's why I was a little confused. My notes, I did it on the other side. Gotcha. What's up, Cloth? Holy shit, it's Cloth, everybody. If Cloth... Whoa, okay. Okay, buddy. If Cloth isn't here, just rest at a bench and then come back. Sometimes it's probably because you haven't rested or, like, traveled away. You could take the tram, maybe, and rest. Just somehow reset the world is all I'm trying to say. This is location 2. No, 3. I think, yeah, location 3. We met her at the very start of Deep Nest, if you remember, up kind of in the top portion. We had met her there by the bench, and now we're meeting her again. And then we'll meet her again later. Okay, hold on, let me catch up on my notes here. All right. So we're picking up the pale ore here. So far, it's the pale ore, Cloth, and the grub that are the important things. Not really worried about health. We're going to rest the bench anyways. So this is where, if you hadn't done it, grab the grub at this point. So that wraps up that little side area. Not much to do. Whoops. I'm trying to go to the bench, actually. Not much to do right there, but, you know, very important item, though, with the pale ore. So that gives us a total of 2 pale ores, which is what we needed to upgrade our nail. So that's very important. So small, okay. I get that the button is the same button. There we go. So now drop down. The heck? I didn't mean to drop all the way down. I do want the journal entries. That's what I care about. So first, come over here, and what we're gonna do is go ahead and make a wish in the fountain, and throw away your 1 penny or all your geos. I guess just throw all your geos in there. Whoopsie doodle, we're poor, but it's worth it because we get a vessel fragment. Let's go. That made it worth it, right, guys? Losing all those geos. That guy wishes he had the stacks I have. You broke. I gave away everything I have and still have money. All right, so now we're going to keep spending money. So drop down and buy a $112 map. Cornifer, I swear, this better be a good map. It's a small map. Great, Cornifer. Good idea. Let's sell the really small one for $112. Anyway, so yeah, there goes 3,000 geo plus the map cost. So no biggie. We're having fun. Everything's fine. Now I wanted to point out over here to where we drop down from Cornifer, there's an area right here that we're going to come back to. So just remember that spot. We're heading to the left here. We're going to buy a bench. Thank you, bench. Yeah, so now we're just going to finish this area, but this is the last bench for this area until we've beaten the bosses. So just equip whatever build you want. This is what I'm going to run. Not that big of a deal. But if you have a weird loadout or something, I would definitely select something that is worthy of a boss fight. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Whoever coded... Oh, okay, I forgot about you. I forgot about the little spikes here. Little cute spikes, huh, game? Okay. So we can't get up there. We're going to drop down and try to get as many of these guys as you can. Those little orange guys. Those are a kind of like the distant cousin of the life cocoon ones. But we need to get those in this area for the journal. They are the light seed. So as you can see, I got a good bit right there. I got 10 left. I think you need like 20 or something, but try to get as many as you can. Don't worry if you missed them all. It's okay. You'll have plenty of chances to get them, but definitely be trying to kill them on our way through the world. So be killing these bad boys. Really, I guess the thing to worry about in this area is to always be getting the journal entries. Just always be trying to do that. I should be close. One more. I need one more. Oh, come on. Those guys are fun. It's like the Brooding Malwick, but not a boss. Just always healing out here. There we go. Okay, we need to go down first. There we go, and we got the light seed ones. But more importantly, we want to pick up the simple key here. But that's a good spot for those light seeds as well. If you just surprise them, and as soon as you drop, just hit your soul blast. And that'll be a good one to get the journal entry completed. Because there's usually a lot that spawn like at the very start of that room. Well done, everybody. Well done. All right, now these are another new type of enemy. There's 2 of them usually here. Right here, it's going to spawn. Gosh, I know the game so well. Now, you could sit here and farm those enemies if you want. I think they're like the orange balloon guys. What are they called officially? They're called infected balloons. Now, I only need 8 more. The boss himself actually spawns these guys, so don't worry about those enemies. But if you wanted to, you could go ahead and just finish those off. But because as soon as you leave that room, you can just go right back, and they spawn immediately. So, you know, if you want to quickly farm it, you could. I mean, who doesn't like free geos, right? But, you know, I'm just going to do it in the boss. Think smarter, not harder. Now this opens up the shortcut back to that bench, so if you need to rest at the bench, it is just to your right over there. So now this will be the run back from the boss if you are to die. And this is the Lost Ken. Now the Lost Ken is pretty simple, I think. Some people struggle with him, but I would say more of you guys are going to struggle with his upgraded state, which we will see in a moment. But this first one, you can absolutely just body him. Just keep hitting. If like this wall is him, just get really close and hit him. He's going to jump up and slam down, at which point you want to be near him. And then otherwise just, you know, avoid his like dash attack or he'll like jump up and then dash across. So it's pretty simple. I mean, you'll see it's only like 3 attacks. I actually don't know if this lowers his health or not, but I like to try to kill as many of those as I can. So there's the one where he jumps up and over. He's demonstrating that one a lot, huh? That's the one where you'll know it. You're just listening for that sound effect. And then anytime he kind of does... So that was the slam attack. During this one, if you have the health, just stick the landing and just hit him as many times as you can. Because like you can see, I usually get him to die. Feel free to blast it a little bit. There we go. Yeah, usually on the where he starts like spamming the orange dots all over. If you've got at least more than half, I would say just sit there and take the hits. It's better to like get a bunch of hits on him than it is to, you know, waste an opportunity where he stands still. But now we're going to come back in just a moment and fight him again. While he's fresh on our mind, that moveset is fresh on our mind, we'll fight the upgraded version. Because it is a lot harder. But we're gonna be just fine. Everybody's going to be just fine. But more importantly, we want to come down here for now and collect a special reward called being a butterfly. And my goodness, are we a beautiful butterfly. It's like that guy in Bug's Life. I'm a beautiful butterfly. Or whatever he said. I don't remember. I was like 12. Or, no, I was probably younger than that. Shit. It's like 8 when I last saw that movie. But I think we all know who I'm talking about. The big caterpillar. I guess it would have to be a caterpillar, huh? Alright, so now this gives us our double jump ability. which is the Monarch Wings. This unlocks a lot of areas, but also a lot of just maneuvering in fights. So like now, for example, in a boss fight, I could go like this, and then I can also dodge. So it's a really big tool to be able to use this and the dash. You know, like you can do a lot of maneuvering this way. And we're pretty much at this point, we're pretty much done with the, like, I guess, abilities. Like we have a lot. There's only one more thing that we don't have, which allows us to do our dash like this, except we'll become invincible while we're dashing. So we're missing that one. But otherwise, we have all the like maneuvering ones, and that's pretty cool. So now we're going to dream nail this guy and then go and fight the harder version. Now, the good news is if you die, you just spawn right back here, and you can go back and do it over and over and over. And you don't lose your soul or geos or anything like that. So there's no consequence to dying. So that's why I would advise that you just get it out of the way now. Even if you're struggling, just get it out of the way. Worst case, we are going to upgrade our nail in a moment later in the chapter, and you could return and get this boss fight once you've upgraded your nail. If you're really struggling, then I would do that. But otherwise, I think you'll be okay. Just, you know, play it safe. You might have to try it 2 or 3 times or maybe 5 times. But either way, it's good to get this out of the way now because my walkthrough, I'm getting items as we go, and this is a big essence boost. So it's going to allow us to get a lot of extra items early. So I would definitely advise knocking this boss fight out now. Worst case, maybe just go upgrade your nail right now and then come back. So dream nail it, and then if you want, you can follow the platforms like an absolute loser, or you can be cool and just fall off the right side, then do a little jump and a dash, and then land on the big platform, and then go ahead and drop down into the arena, and wow, we made it. So, you know, teach their own. You can do that, or you can follow them back to the boss. But this is the same boss, different moveset, or I mean, sorry, same moveset, but does a lot more faster attacks. There's just less time to react. He has more health. And it's just like a punishing boss if you don't know what you're doing. So I'm going to lock in. But again, it's the same boss, same movesets, just faster. And he hits a lot harder, it feels like. So just, you know, if you die a few times, it's fine. Like I said, you can upgrade your nail or come back. But I think if you do this now, whether you've upgraded your nail or not, this is absolutely worth it. So I would advise just getting this boss fight completed. But I'm going to lock in here. Also on the heals, the downtime, only go for 1 heal, otherwise you will die trying to be greedy. Okay, guy, I get it. So I'm just gonna go for 1. If you can get 2, great, but you're not usually, almost never have the time to do that. See, I'm being risky. That's a lucky one. I'm always going for the ghost, like, immediately. Unfortunate timing. There we go. Sometimes you just have to lock in. So I guess if you find yourself struggling, it'll take longer, but you can take out the orange ghost instantly and only go for like one attack on him. It might take longer, but I promise you, if you treat each of his attacks like that's all that matters, and all you do is focus on the orange ghosts, you won't actually have to like fight the boss. Really, it makes sense when you see it, but like I guess just focus on like dodging the boss and then just killing the orange guys, and eventually you'll kill him. By every time you get an open window on the boss, you'll finally be able to do damage. But that's if you're struggling. For a second there, I thought the sound went away. All right, so we went from 556 to 956, which is absolutely why I was like, hey, we should probably beat this guy. So once you've done that, you are good to go. So let's see. That'll unlock a trophy, by the way, for getting 600 essence. That'll be your next trophy. So yeah, let's head back. Good old day's work. There we go. There's the journal. Now, if you remember, there was this path right here that we can now access. Now, you should absolutely have the journal entry for those infected balloons. Oh, I guess it doesn't count for the boss. Okay. Noted. Well, then never mind. I take it back. We can get him now, then. Whoops, we got to dash first. Hold on. So you dash and then you jump. All right, get the grub. So now I'm going to farm those infected balloons because I thought they unlocked in the boss, but I guess not. It'll be faster to do it right here. All right, I think I need one more. Yep, there we go. All right. So get that done. I mean, feel free to farm the other guys and, whenever you need. There are, like, I think it's it's these guys, the Malarks or whatever. Feel free to get that in the, if you want, but I just wanted the ones we did because I'm going to come back eventually. Because we have to, there's an area that we haven't gone to yet that's late game. And we're about to pass it in a minute. But since we have to come back there, that's when we'll farm everything. So you'll see on our map, we've filled out the left side. So now there's this path straight down just to our right. That's the abyss. That's the late game area I was talking about. When we come back for that, we will be able to farm all the enemies and everything like that we might have missed. I just like to get the journal entries that are easy to do while we're in the area. That way the farming is just a tad bit better. So that down there is the way we go, but you can't even get there right now. So now come all the way to the right to the palace area. The palace grounds. And some of you guys don't even realize where this takes you. Let's just say it's a path of pain. So there's a corpse here, and when you dream nail it, you'll see that we can't really dream nail it. There's a force field, and that's just because our dream nail hasn't been upgraded. So this guy is tied to some endings and all of that. You guys don't really want to actually do that. I promise you, it brings you nothing but pain if you do all that. But we're doing it. We're gonna do it because we hate ourselves, but just not in this chapter. Okay, thank God. So buy the stag station here for a whopping 300. We're almost done collecting stags. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3. So we have 9 out of 11. So we're only missing 2. Now there's a bench right here. Feel free to rest. And now we're going to do some more resting because we're going to head to the resting grounds. So at this point, I'm going to assume that you've beaten the Lost Ken, the upgraded boss, because whether you went and upgraded your nail and came back, or maybe you just did it right away, I'm going to assume at this point that you've beaten the boss, because now we're at 956 essence. So I'm just assuming that that's where you're at as well. So we got the trophy for getting 600, but now we actually go to our rewards because our next tier was 700. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Got a vessel. That's always cool. We're 1 vessel away from being done with those. So now she wants 900. And look at us go. We already have 900. So we'll get our second upgrade, which is a really cool feature called the Dream Gate. I was very sad to see that this didn't make it into Silksong, and I'm still holding out hope for the DLCs. Because this is a feature I was talking about, I think, in my the walkthrough, I guess, because I wanted a fast travel, like where you could put a point down, and that's exactly what this item does. So you can hold down and so down in the dream nail. So you just hold down while you're doing that, and it'll plant a item on the ground. And then if I ran somewhere else, I could teleport back to wherever I placed it. I'm gonna use it later in this chapter for one of the flames, because the run back is just insane. But yeah, that's kind of what it's meant for, is like run backs, or you could put it in like Dirtmouth, and then that way, no matter where you're at the end of a chapter, you can always just fast travel back to Dirtmouth, so you don't have to like make your way back to a stag station or something like that. It's a very good feature, and we're definitely going to be using it. But the downside is it costs 1 essence point every time you use it. Okay, so now we're heading to storerooms. And we're going to go sell our relics and upgrade our nail. Damn, that guy died on his own spikes. What's up with everybody killing themselves in this chapter? Am I just that strong now? They just have to die? I honestly thought that was going to kill him in first go. What's up, Mr. Relic Man? I have 2 beautiful relics for you. I collected them off of a dead corpse and inside of an abyss area. So, you're welcome. I like that this man acts like he was gonna find them, like as if he had enough to, like, had what it takes. Homie can't even handle the rain for more than 10 minutes, let alone the abyss. You know, so it's like, I love when his dialogue's like, "Oh, thanks for bringing this to me," blah blah blah. Like, you know, I could collect these myself type shit. No, he couldn't. All right, now we get to completely skip this area, finally. with our double jump, I can get all the way up to the top. So no longer will I have to deal with all those pesky enemies below us. So with our 2 pale ores, we can upgrade our nail if you haven't already done that for 2,000 whopping geo. Gotta spin geo to make geo. That's what they always say. All right, so we have a cool little nail now. It's a coiled nail, a little twisted nail, just like us. We're all twisted. All right, so let's see what's up next. All right, now we're going to go unlock a bottom part of an area, the Watcher Spire or the Watcher Tower. We're going to do the bottom part just to upgrade or just to unlock the shortcut. That way we can get there faster when we finally do that area eventually. This runs into the... So we're heading to the right, to the next, like that darker blue to the right, right above Ancient Basin. So it'll be this room right here. So we haven't actually gone up here yet. Oh, let's go. We got all the things. So you can go on the left elevator or the right one. It doesn't matter. They both go to the same place. So you find yourself in here. Maybe you went that way. It doesn't really matter. But when you're ready, come to the left and then double jump up now that we have the Monarch Wings. The Monarch Wings lets us access pretty much everywhere. We're going to come up here. Now, there is a bench to the left there if you, I guess, wanted a checkpoint. I have confidence I'm not going to die, so I'm going to risk it. But if you want, yeah, go to the bench. So now with our upgraded nail, these guys are a lot less. Oh, I thought he was going to die, honestly. I was one hit off. But yeah, instead of like 15 to 20, it's now like 8. So it's definitely a lot better. But once you kill him, go ahead and flip the switch. And that'll open up the gates. The Mines of Moria have been opened. Now, we're not going to go up that way. That is the main path. So we just wanted to get the levers opened right there. Whoops, hang on. Forgot to grab the geos. What am I thinking, guys? How you guys were about to let me not grab these. All right, so now we can head to the bench. But I just wanted to unlock the levers and the bench itself. And I'm going to open up the shortcut right above us. So we're not going to like head up the main path, but we're just going to jump up here and go to the left. So going up there is a boss fight and a few other things. It's tied to the main storyline. It's one of our trophy bosses that progresses to the end of the game. Thank goodness. I was running out of places to be. You can't outrun your death, son. Alright, so this is going to open up the gate here. Now, if you don't recognize this, this is the other side of where we were from the storerooms. So now we finally have that whole shortcut opens. Now whenever we want to actually properly do this, we can teleport just from the storerooms down, and it'll be a lot faster of a run back. So that's nice. All right, now we're going to head up to the storerooms. The same storerooms I just mentioned previously. Previously on Absoulem's Banter. Boom, 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 boom. So satisfying. Oh, okay, so my man is Jason Bourne, apparently. So now we're heading to Dirt Mouth. And man, oh man, we are about to go fight one challenging boss up in the highest peak in the realm. Elderbug's got some stuff for us, so we'll entertain him with his banter. And he's done bantering. So, you know, you could buy everything in the shops now. We don't have enough geo to upgrade our charms just yet. There might... Yeah, I think there's new dialogue here. Nope, okay. Not yet. But yeah, buy anything that you haven't already if you are missing anything. Now, with our simple key that we picked up in the Ancient Basin, we can open up this room right here. Now, this is kind of a pointless NPC, but this is what you do with your rancid eggs. If you were to lose your geos... and you're not able to get back to your soul, you can turn in rancid eggs to get your stuff back. So it's like if you don't want to like if your soul's like in a boss fight or something, you know, like it's kind of a pain in the ass. But once you've exhausted the dialogue, you are done now. But it's good to have that NPC opened just for the sake of completion. All right, now we are going to be able to grab the King's Idol that is above where Cornifer was. It's about time. Let's pick up the King's Idol. We'll hold on to that for safekeeping. Now we have a couple more things to do. So we're going to go up and to the right. And then you might remember this boss fight that we had. So rest here. And now we get to go up. And this is the upgraded version of his boss. So yet another boss that we're fighting the upgraded version. Now he is the same exact boss, but there's just bigger lasers, I guess. I don't know. Like, same maneuvers though. You just kind of do it. But the only difference, instead of, if you remember whenever he was pointing a laser at us, we pogoed on his head and then went back. This one, you just want to jump. You just like, literally like by the time you jump and land back down, the laser's over. So that's really the only difference. And I mean, if you die, the bench is literally right here. So it's not the end of the world. See what I mean? It's a fast laser. Oh. Oh my god. Brother, I have nowhere to go. Oh my god, that was getting a little too close. Little too close. All right, so now what we were after here is a mass shard. Ooh, we finally have 8 mass shards. I think, yeah. Yeah, 8. We are 1 away from being complete. So now we just need 4 more shards. And we need 1 more vessel, and we'll have all of that stuff. We're making hella good progress on that. Now, yeah, we're doing pretty good. We have 1 more vessel, 4 more shards, 1 more nail art, 1 more ability, and we have to upgrade our dream nail 1 more time. And we have all of the abilities except for the one that I mentioned. And that's pretty much, yeah, we're doing really good. So now after you've beaten that boss, we can head up and to the right. And if you remember that very top corner where we couldn't reach, that is where we're heading now. I'm going to go up top first. We're going to clear out the enemies that way. Definitely advise taking out the enemies first. Ooh, I liked that. That was clean. All right, I think that's all the enemies. Oh, 1 more. Okay. So now we have the whispering root here. I think you know what to do. We're going to chop down that cherry tree. Actually, before I go that way, getting the one just to the right here actually will save time. Wait, this one. There we go. Now we can head to the left. You'll see what I mean. What the hell? There's another enemy? You can't just come out of nowhere, sir. Alright. I believe that's all the enemies. I'm back at the spawn room now, so it better be. So now with our double jump, we can just grab those. And boom. So that's why I like to do that. You can just finish it and you're already on the right side of the room where you can just keep going. Oh, this is such a like annoying spot. There we go. Okay. All right, cool. No. This is fun. I don't know why I'm struggling this bad with it. Mm-hmm. It's an annoying little room, I'm not gonna lie. But you do need to get there for the grub. Nailed it on the way back. Okay, make it make sense. They always look like a giant hand. Almost like that thing in Beetlejuice, the original Beetlejuice, the artwork. That's what I've always thought they looked like. That big claw thing that came to life. All right, top right corner. Dude, just die, please. I thought I was gonna have a second, so I like scrolled on my notes and I went into the next room. I'm like instantly getting shot at. Like, not cool. All right. Another journal. Let's go. I'm just journaling hardcore today. All right, hang on. Let me catch up on my notes. All right, we push onward. Now from here we can dash across. So if you don't know, this is the Mount Fae of sorts of this game. This was where it came from. The idea. I'm sorry, not the Mount Fae. The like the climb that you do for the secret ending, the mushroom. It's like the very highest point. The surface, like when you first go to the surface in Silksong. This is kind of the original of that. So we want the pale ore. Nope, they don't want to tell me any lore. I get it. So that's about all you can do here. You take it in, look around. This is the highest point you'll get to, at least in this round. We will go to the clouds later, but for right now, this is the highest point. Remember, light. Big lore right here. I almost forgot. Thank God it reminded me. It's light, guys. So, whatever that means. Now we'll just plummet to our deaths. I guess you could probably quit and save back to that one bench, but it doesn't really save too much time. All right, now we're heading to Queen Station. So I'm going to land perfectly on top of the stag right here. Oh my God. I'm just different, guys. We also want to, you can do it now or when we get there, but you want to put on the Grim Child charm. It's time to fight our next flame one. And now this one is a very annoying run back. Okay, so from here, definitely put on the Grim Child and be sure to rest at this bench 100%. You want to be able to save and quit back to this bench, otherwise that run back is diabolical. But from Queen Station, we are going on a journey, but first we're going to go ahead and meet our NPC over here once again, because now we finally can jump up and see what all the fuss is about up there. So, wouldn't you know it, we found a hollownest seal. Plus she has some new dialogue, which is delicious. Again, that's delicious. Don't forget that, guys. Just like we're not forgetting light, delicious is also the other lore that we need to keep it up with. Lots of storytelling going on in this chapter, everybody. That upgraded nail, it's one shot on most of these guys. So now we're going to just quickly make our way back towards Mantis Village. At this point, you should be an expert at getting there. I'll show you on the map where I'm at, just in case you are curious. So we're going up and then to the left here. And on the map, you'll see that we are finally at the door right here that we haven't been able to go to yet. So we didn't have the mantis wings to get up to this. So now we do. So this is a big old cavern that's full of misery. It leads. We've been to the very bottom of it, but we haven't actually been able to make it up here. So if you remember the mass shard that was above when we went to the deep nest, we had that mass shard that was above us. This is that hallway or whatever you want to call that leads to all that. So yeah, got some good old-fashioned geos right here. There we go. I was like, I knew I was missing something. Yeah, so the very top left corner, you can drop down, and there's a rancid egg here. There we go. So rancid egg and geos are the two items. And then this just leads us back to where we just were. So you can go left or right. And I think on the left side, it might be one more floor down. Yeah, alright, cool. That's the smart way to go. Okay, so from right here, you can drop down to the right. Whoops. So many enemies just right there. And there's some geos. These are like secret paths on the sides that you can't see. Oh, nice one, Grim. You finally did something. So that's where we came out at right there. So now that we've done the secret path on the right, you can now go to the one on the left. Dude, keep in mind, by the way, this is the entire run back from Queens to here so far. This is every time you die with the flame. This would be your run back every single time. So it's kind of wild. And we're not even at the flame yet. But I'm going to put a dream gate down. We'll be A-okay. But yeah, talk about a run back, am I right? Like, okay, so that is the entire area. Again, the items so far were the rancid egg and the 2 geo spots. So make sure you grab those on the way. And all right, so now we're going to place a dream gate. We're going to kill these guys. And I'm going to put it right here, just so it's a little out of the way. But also, if you die, then at least you can drop down and kill those 2 guys and get some soul back. But yeah, this is where I'm going to put it down. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold down and our dream nail. And you'll be able to put a dream gate down. And on the map, you'll know you've done it correctly if you see the little yellow orb thing, like right by your player. That's to let you know where your dream gate is. Now, you can move it around. All you have to do is just plant another one, and you can only do one, but it'll plant it wherever you want. So this way, if you were to die, you can, once you're at the bench and queen station, you would hold up and on the dream nail, and then you can teleport right to this spot. So definitely put that down so you don't have to do that entire run back just to get back to the flame. So now, fight the flame with your own peace of mind. The only downside is it does take 1 essence every time you teleport. The hell? I am just owning him. All right, this is it right here. Oh, I really thought that was going to be the end of him. Oh. Come on, Grim. Okay. There we go. Yeah, those guys have a lot of health, more than you'd expect. So now, from that guy, there is some secret lore that you can grab. To the right here. Let me quickly kill that guy. So right here, this guy, you can dream nail. Nothing really of substance per se, but something to note. And now just drop down. And if you're lucky, you can land on the mask and be really cool looking. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 more mask shards left. And just like that, we have now found ourselves back in in a deep nest. So if you went to the right here, that's where the mantis lords are at. I still own your asses, boys and girls. Don't forget that shit. That's right, bow to me. So now I'm going to save and quit because the run back to Queen Station sounds horrible. But if you are unable to do this and you didn't rest the bench or something, I guess, good luck running back to any of the stag stations. I don't know why there's not a stag station in that general area. It's just a really hard place to navigate because you have to go all the way up through Fungal just to get to Queens. And I don't know, I just feel like storerooms, maybe the storerooms one should be like maybe down in Mantis or so. I don't know. What am I talking about? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I think. I don't work for Team Cherry. All right, we're going to take off Grimchild here. We're about to wrap the chapter up here in just a second, but throw on our long nail. And now we are going to head to King's Station and end where we started. Kind of a poetic loop. So there we go. That'll be the end of today's chapter. But just to go over everything, we are now 7 charms away from complete on the charms. We have a lot of journal entries. Here's our map. At the moment, let's see. We have a couple more areas, mostly to the left side, and then we have one that goes down, and then we have the bottom right corner. So we're missing about 5 or 6 areas off the top of my head, which we will continue pushing in, into in the next few chapters. But as far as the main story, we still have the 2 enemies on the map, and of course the final boss, and then we have all the endings. So even though we are very far in the game, we still have a decent amount of stuff to do, plus all the side stuff. So, don't freak out. We're not almost done. This is not that short of a game. But we have a lot of really hard stuff coming up here in a minute, because now that we have all of our abilities, we can actually start challenging a lot of these side bosses and stuff like that. So it'll only get more fun as we go. But yeah, that's all my items. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next chapter. Bye.